Hello, Sneaky Chiefy here. Welcome to Game 3 in the Best of 3 series between Krinski and DaisyChain as they compete in Super League Iron Division, a 1v1 reverse draft tournament. It's been an interesting series to say the least. On Arabia, went to DaisyChain. Arena went to Krinski. We're all tied up at 1. This is the winner take all. Well, the winner will advance to round 3 of Super League, and the loser will go home to lick their wounds. Krinsky in red again, playing as the Spanish this time. DaisyChain in blue, playing as the Cumans. And the map is Acropolis, where players start up on their own little hill with limited resources and must expand out to the middle. Once again, like the arena match, the players are spawning relatively close to each other. Instead of opposite ends of the map, they're kind of sharing a side here. So there's quite a lot of stone and gold to be had, not to mention a relic in between them. And then a lot of empty space out here. A nice little pocket. Look at this. 2 stone piles or gold piles and a relic back here for Krinsky. This is a nice little spot for a second TC. Right here, for example. Something similar on this side, some gold, but a bit more exposed for DaisyChain. And then a water pond in the middle with gold scattered around it for both players. Acropolis is tricky though. A lot of players, well, some players will put their first lumber camp at the top as we see here, and there is plenty of wood to be had, but some players will put their first lumber camp down at the bottom. In this case, they've both gone for the same tactic. This is the one I prefer, as I've been losing and winning on Acropolis and trying different things. First lumber camp on the top. I tend to put my second TC down below once I have established a bit more map control and explored a bit. Though I should say about Blue's base, he's got a gold and wood pile. This wood is huge. A second lumber camp back here would be epic because you could wall that off completely. Actually, you can't. You can't wall on the left side, so technically it would be exposed, which is very, very interesting. So in that sense, I mean, you could say, okay, this wood line, and we see some wood here for red too. Very interesting map gen. This wood and gold here means that blue's base is better, but the fact that red could wall himself off completely if he wanted to, because the hillside goes to the edge of the base, edge of the map here, whereas blue cannot. I mean, he'd have to do a full circle around here basically. That's a lot of walling. So I'd say I'd like red's better in the long run, but forward stone here I see. Though there's a this is his main stone for blue. That's unfortunate, though. He has 2 pile back here that he could use. Both his golds are in the back, not to mention this third. Very nice for the Cumin player. Got some nice gold in the back here. Main gold is relatively safe, as is the berries. And the huntables are very close to the berries, which makes it very helpful. And I gotta say, Spanish probably the better civ in this case. Both are mobile civs. Conquistadors are such a strong unit, and we saw Krinsky play really well as the Portuguese and gunpowder unit. So he's very comfortable with that castle build to unique unit strategy, and we might see that again here. The Cumans often see some wacky things, and as a second TC could go down a bit early. Cumans also don't get stone walls, but their palisades are a bit stronger. It'll be really interesting to see what occurs here. The Cumans, kind of known to be a cavalry civ, so we could see paladins, the knight line from the Cumans. We could see Kipchucks, though I think in a 1v1, I'd prefer the Spanish over the Kipchucks, the Conquistadors. And blue forced to kind of move away from his town center to collect this hunt. He chose not to drive those ibex in, and that's a big advantage for red. It's just less idle time. First to click up, though, is blue. Feudal Age on the way at 19 pop, or 19 vils. Krinsky coming in next at 20 vils, already building a barracks. He's got 3 on wood. But he's sending these guys down. Let's hopefully the blue scout won't see this. Turns away just in time. Watch out. Oh, that's unfortunate. That blue scout might go down right there. Lucky for red. He'll take that. He'll take that all day. Now the red scout free to run around, do whatever he likes. Oh, I'm looking for the red scout. Where is he? Here he is. Blue checking things out with his villagers, seeing where he wants to go next. Looks like he'll go for a lumber camp here. That's unfortunate that he missed this gold and the bulk of that wood line. I'll see what he finds and what he decides. It's quite open over here, I gotta say, especially this ground. Look at all that. Nothing. No resources, just a battleground. Here too. And the other thing, besides the hills that the players start on, there's not much undulation in the terrain. There's not many small hills for castles to be dropped on. So typically you see the first castle go down on the hill, as we see the Cuban feudal town center going up on the hill. So playing a bit more safe. Why not when you have this stone and this gold to take? He's going to want to boom as fast as possible. DaisyChain is. And he wants to do so without being disrupted. Stable and scouts coming in. So this could turn out to be a smart play to put his TC in a more safer position, as red is thinking about doing a bit early aggression, the scout rush. That will delay Krinski quite a bit when it comes to Castle Age time, though, making this many scouts. He's going with the typical 3 additional scouts to go with his starting one. And this is good, too, because Krinski killed the blue scout, so he's a bit safer in this approach. Blue won't see it coming until they're up in his business. As we see another lumber camp go down, this could be a great area to hit. Let's see if red has not scouted out too much of blue's base yet. He does see these berries, so that'll probably be his first place to hit. And there are 5 villagers, one of which is weak. Here come the red scouts. Let's just take a look at what he sees. Goes right for the berries. Blue reacts. Come on, get one at least. Oh, bummer. And he'll lose a scout in the process. That's unfortunate. Blue quick walls in his wood line. That's smart. Well played on his part. Oh, does he? Does he? No. Oh. Oh. Dang. That could have changed everything. 4 vills and one was half. Well, red will see what blue's up to now, though. Double TC. 31 vills for DaisyChain to 26 for Krinski. So that's the power of the Cuban boom, as they say. 2 TCs a bit earlier, as we see stable coming up from DaisyChain and some spearmen to protect his boom from the scouts. So far, no damage caused by this raid, just a bit of idle time. But he's not done yet. He's going to keep looking for weak villagers. Villagers are fighting back. To good effect too. Come on, get 1 kill. Okay, there's 1 vill kill for red. So maybe not as much as he wanted, but still a lot of idle time, as we see 12 minutes in climbing. And keep an eye on this idle TC clock from blue. So the challenge with this is sometimes when you drop a second TC, you don't have enough food eco to keep both TCs running, so it kind of negates your advantage. So far, it's starting to climb now, but DaisyChain was doing a good job of keeping both town centers active. I think red will call that raid complete. He won't make any more scouts as he tries to race up to Castle Age, and now he walls in as best he can. I don't know about this wall, though. That's some nice gold to be had there, but red clearly anticipating a counterattack. I don't think it's coming. Blue is just looking to boom at this point. 39 to 31 is the villagers. Red fully walling himself in. Never a bad play. And he'll start to go for gold now too. As he does have enough. He might abuse the market to get to Castle Age. And these villagers, meanwhile, found this wood line. It really a shame, though. This would have been such a nice spot. Though he does see the golden stone, so he still may well put a town center down here. Oh, and he missed this the stone pile. How unfortunate is that? Look. Oh, he walked along the edge for so long. It is what it is. All right, we should see Krinski click up to Castle Age any moment now. There he goes. More villagers coming down. Mining camp on the stone. Love it. House walling up behind that. Yeah, Krinski playing real cautious now. It's tough though. It's 50 to 35. So the Cumin boom is going very strong at this point. Red will be first to castle, but blue will have a very strong eco behind once he gets there. We already see one stable for blue. No eco upgrades yet as blue continues to wall up a bit. This stone pile is almost gone already. DaisyChain going hard on stone though. So maybe another town center down here. Or we could see the Kipchaks in action. As he's thinking a castle. A defensive castle right here, for example, or right here. And as you can see, Acropolis does give you, there's plenty of resources to stay up on the hillside. You don't necessarily have to move out right away. And so now we see Castle Age coming in at 58 villagers. But he'll be a full 2 minutes behind Red. And we'll see what Red does here immediately if he goes for another town center, or if he goes for a castle. He won't have enough stone for a castle right away, so we may just see another town center. Krinski getting some research tech, scale barding armor for his cavalry. Spanish knights aren't horrible either, so we could see knights versus knights as there's Red's second town center. Interesting. A bit better scouting, and I think Red would have. He's got another. No, that's just a villager. Yeah, I think Red, if he had a bit more. I mean, he obviously wants to be aggressive and claim a lot of land, but if he'd scouted this a bit more, he might choose this because of the gold proximity, or even over here for the stone. As it stands, he's really only claiming some wood here, in addition to the map control, so he's obviously looking for a forward production base. And we could see a fast Imperial from DaisyChain, as he's got 61 vills now, heading into Castle Age. There's the defensive castle. Bowsaw coming in immediately. Both players playing a bit cautious. There's that third town center down there. Great spot for it with all this wood and gold free to be taken. And this is blue taking advantage of his map generation. Red doing the same by walling himself in, though it didn't matter as there wasn't any aggression. Score lead is in blue's favor simply from the massive villager lead that the Cumin boom gives you. Are we going to see Kipchucks? University coming in. This tells me that ballistics is going to come in next which tells me Kipchak's over knights. Yep, here come the Kipchaks. Here come the Spanish knights from a forward stable. I do like this from red, is putting these forward buildings. The castle kind of spoils things, but there are holes through the side here, for example, that blue's just never able to wall off. So if red can exploit that, he's walled off the right very well, but blue cannot wall off the left because this you can't build on this ground here on the edge of the map. So if red finds that, is there a hole there? There is a hole right there. And there are a few holes, so he has not completely walled in his base. There are weak places and there are holes. Let's see what the Spanish player can do. And we're seeing a third TC from red, looking to catch up on villagers as he can. Kipchaks versus knights. No conquistadors as I expected. I thought I'd see some conks. Conks versus Kipchaks would have been fun to watch, but not today. Eventually, this is a big forest though. I was going to say blue will run out of wood, but he's got plenty of options back there. And that's what Kipchaks need, is gold and wood, and he's got both in the back. So smart play from blue to go with Kipchak, given the fact that he will not be moving to the back. Do Spanish get bloodlines? They do get bloodlines, though. It hasn't been researched yet. That's why the Kipchaks are faster and can kite these Spanish knights no problem. So far, advantage Kipchak. I don't think he's lost a single one yet. DaisyChain. And that's 5-6 knights dead. Though handcart's already in for red. He's also got forging and scale modding armor. 92 to 60, as both players are on 3 TCs now. And red has his forward castle done. So we might see the switch to conks now that Krinski sees what DaisyChain is planning. Though we are seeing another stable go down. So maybe... Okay. Fletching coming in for the Spanish player. We will see conquistadors versus Kipchaks. There's a huge advantage for the Kipchaks at this point, as there's already 13 on the field. So he's putting... Krinski's doing a great decision here to drop a few archery ranges. We'll see skirmishers, and elite skirm's already in, as is SuperLeAGE from red. Okay. Blue discovering red's forward town center, sniping a Vill. Red a bit slow to react here. Another Vill goes down. Kipchaks run away without losing anybody. Blue did not spot this forward stable, so even just a few scouts streamed into the base could be very disruptive. And now blue's wondering where else is red expanded to. As we see everything that red sees at the moment, and everything that blue sees at the moment, both have a bit more exploring to do. As red retreats, this is, I don't know about this move. Deciding that this position is untenable. It is not the best TC spot to begin with, though, so this is probably a smart play. A much better town center spot is down here in this corner. This one, too, is a bit suspect. Again, easier said once you see the big picture. But I think if Krinski were to rewatch, he would think about how to improve things like scouting things out early, especially on Acropolis. Like, where to expand on Acropolis is so important. Look at this boomer. Another town center going down. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for red. 5 TCs versus 3. That's one way to catch up to the villager lead. And it's a good thing, too, because blue's on his way to SuperLeAGE. He's got all sorts of res. And he's got double the villagers. So red just hits Imperial. Kipchak's looking to see what damage they can cause. I don't see any conks being built yet. So maybe it's just skirmishers to deal with the Kipchaks. Skirmishers and trebs, possibly. This stone is nearly gone. DaisyChain can build another castle now. There's the castle spot on this forward gold. Very interesting. Kipchak's moving around trying to find places to hit. They will find a few villagers on the outside, but no overchops yet, luckily for red. DaisyChain just now hitting Imp, and we're seeing Cavalier getting teched into. So fletching and leather archer armor and bodkin arrow coming in, but it sounds like that's only for the skirmishers from red, as he wants to go Cavalier. Kipchak's looking to break in. These palisades will go down real quick. Ring archer armor on the way. So these are about to be very heavy Kipchaks coming in. But they are weak to elite skirms. I'd like to see those skirms keep fighting. Blue will not want to take this fight. You're trading trash for gold units. Red will take this all day long. I don't know if blue notices or what, but he's losing his entire army just to skirmishers. So red will take that, as red will probably mass Cavalier out of this hidden stable. And more Kipchak. So it's all Kipchak for blue. Lots of town centers going down for red. Step husbandry coming in. I think that gives all cavalry archers a boost, if I'm correct. These are elite Kipchaks. I think these are fully upgraded. They just need that bracer. And Hussar coming in. Interesting. Almost fully upgraded elite Kipchak. It's going to be tough to fight off. All skirms coming in for red. These are almost fully upgraded as well. It's got a lot of gold in the bank. Does red. Still no bloodlines. More stables coming in for the eventual Spanish Cavalier. Here comes Bracer. It's really unfortunate this 3-pile stone here is kind of blocked in from essential buildings. More eco upgrades, iron casting coming in. Blue is investing everything into his Kipchak army, but he's not building it up quite yet. But blue basically has the map control at this point. It'll be Hussar and Kipchak versus Skirmisher and Paladin eventually. Here comes Bloodlines. Chain bar. I was beginning to think that he forgot about it. Chain barding armor coming in now too. So these will be some heavy duty Spanish Cavalier when they do come out. And the Spanish do get Paladins, so a lot of important res here though. 3 gold pile, 2 stone pile. This 3 gold pile still undiscovered from red, as is this 3 stone pile. There's these 3 golds here, which blue sees and is probably sending villas. Yeah, great town center spot from blue to get all this stuff. It's anyone's game at this point. Both players kind of playing a bit more cautious, not wanting to commit. We have 8 Cavaliers in queue here from these stables. Maybe even this one too. That's a shame. Again, this is a huge opportunity for red to stream in Cavalier right into the heart of blue's eco, as now blue running out of wood and forced to expand. More stables around this castle. Here's the lumber camps on that long wood line in the front. Vills are 135 to 79, so still a double Vill advantage for DaisyChain, who's completely out of wood, but has 4,000 food and 4,000 gold. Amazing. Amazing what the humans can do. And is almost at pop cap. So he's well positioned to spam out knights all day, for example, if he wants to. I don't think he's teched into Cavalier yet, though. He could just spam Hussars out of these stables with 5,000 food. Here come the Spanish Cavaliers. I don't think red sees a lot of what blue has done in the meantime. Let's take a look. Yeah, he doesn't know anything that's in the middle yet. Red's a bit restricted on intel at the moment. He's about to find out exactly how much blue's expanded, though. And this is not an easy army to get. These fully upgraded Cavalier for the most part, missing a few offensive upgrades. Fully upgraded elite skirmishers, missing one defense upgrade. I keep saying fully, except they're not. But these are elite kip checks. It's going to be an interesting battle. That's a lot of skirms, though. That's 46 elite skirmishers. No chemistry yet. No ballistics yet, either. I don't think red even has a university. That's a bit of a miss. Eco squarely in DaisyChain's favor as he has enough for almost 2 castles worth at this point. So it's all going to come down to who takes the greater fights. Cavalier just now coming in for blue, who may be taking into cavalry of his own. Red taking a great fight against those Kipchaks. But the Hussars coming in to take out these skirmishers. I still like Red's fight better there because he still has a lot of his Cavalier available. But here come the Hussar spam. And now those Hussar will probably clean up all that entire army from Red. He's just got so much wood and gold in the bank. Blue's in a bit of a better position at this point, quite frankly. And we see the army's 51-8 as blue can keep up this Hussar spam all day long. And even throw a few kip checks in again when he needs to. Blue finding some kills here. Krinski calling it. Oh, Krinski! As a forward castle comes in from blue as well. Tough. Cumans are a great civ. So are Spanish, but Krinski played really well. Played a good series, but that Cuman boom. And that's the thing, like when you're up against the Cumans, you got to try to find ways to do damage early before such thing happens as 140 to 60 on the Vil count. You can't outboom the Cumans, right? Which is what Red tried to do with a lot of TCs as soon as he hit Castle Age. You can't, it's just not possible. So, tough though, very tough. Huh. And Red even took some good fights. It was just, when you look at what the resources in the bank for DaisyChain were, there's not much you could do at that point if you're Red. Well, Krinski had a good run, made it to round 2 of the tournament, but he has been knocked out by DaisyChain. Congratulations to him or her. We'll see what the rest of our TAW members can do in the Super League. If you are interested in learning more about the Art of Warfare, that is our clan, TAW. Go to taw.net. You could submit a request to join, and we'll get you all set up with a drill instructor and get you onboarded. We are a 20-year-old clan, and we have about 80 to 90 active Age of Empires players that meet every week and play every day. A very vibrant community. We take beginners and expert alike, and hope that you can join us. For now, this is Sneaky Chiefy. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.